Welcome everyone to Heroes of the Vale. I am joined by Lauren Urban, who's playing Orkira, Jen Kretchmer, who is playing Alyndra, and Adam Bradford, who is playing Briv. We are missing two of our illustrious crew for very, very good reasons, and their characters, TJ Storm and Hope LaVelle. So, previously on Heroes of the Vale, if you haven't seen it, I would definitely stop watching now.
We won D&D. That's what happened. We won D&D.
We won previously. We won D and we took D&D away, and it's ours now. So previously on Heroes of the Vale, the heroes went into Avernus, into hell itself, and Penelope Halfpint actually had discovered the contract that the evil goddess Sarrbarand, the goddess of light and fire, had signed with one of the gods and one of the devils. This arrangement allowed her to keep her godhood status. And it was discovered that she was also going to turn in a bunch of soul coins and souls to Baal. Bahal. Always a little bit rough on that. Not all these souls, however, were evil. Many of them were actually good, and they were the souls that were actually coming from your world, Dallarheim. So this was something you wanted to stop. you all got into a giant hellfire infernal war machine to chase down her infernal war machine to stop not only the delivery of these souls, but also to free the Sybriacs that she used to create the Ocean of the Dead in the first place, who had been worshiping her. Once the group had both released all of the souls, mainly just Orkira running around frantically touching all the coins, about 2 billion of them, and a massive exodus of souls, and also Alyndra managing to cure herself of the disease that the Ocean of the Dead had, and using her to them, curing everyone on the planet, it rendered Sarrbarand mortal. To add insult to injury, Alyndra also poured water from the river Styx, which, if you know how that works, it causes you to lose all sense of yourself and identity. And then Penelope Halfpint basically cut her in half with a scythe. And so the Heroes of the Vale took their newfound infernal war machine, and during the conjunction of portals that lead to all of the many D&D worlds in the multiverse, you drove through Waterdeep, Athos, and several other places as well before getting back to your own homeworld and being safe. When you returned, the sun was shining yet again. Life was coming back to the world. Even the damage and the decay that had affected stones had started to rescind, and the world began to heal. And this is where we find the Heroes of the Vale right now, seeing thousands of people in different locations all around within eye shot, alive for the first time. Some in years, some in 100 years. The world has become very full of life. So what is everyone doing?
That's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people.
I think they're all looking at us.
Briv is still just laughing on the hood of this vehicle.
Briv is okay. So Briv is having, you may be going through some, what I would say, minor withdrawal from having been drinking Demon Ichor this entire time, and you are pretty ripped right now. you got kind of a crazy look in the eye
right now.
Yeah,
he gets to keep it, right? Like,
there's you have an intensity maybe to you, like me when I've had like 5 Red Bulls, you know, that kind of intensity. So,
nice.
Several people are looking at you. Not everyone is clearly aware of what has just happened, but you are seeing.
All right,
families.
I'm not sure if we're fully aware of what just happened either.
You see entire families coming together, crying, holding each other, and children running around. You also notice that there are now birds flying around the world where you'd almost never seen them before. And far in the distance, you see dragons. Most of them are deciding to go their separate ways. Both evil and good dragons, out of partially confusion, and maybe this isn't the day to get into a full-scale war after everyone being brought back to life. You are by the ocean, very near the what looks like the stone ruins of a small old town. Well, not a small town, a medium-sized town. In the distance, you can see sort of like black slate walls. Everything is very dark stone. There's a lot of moisture in the air as well. And the ocean that you see is luckily not made of undead, is in fact water. So that's a nice change as well. And yes, many people are staring at you quizzically, and because you also have an infernal war machine behind you.
Is the town we see on any sort of vehicle?
No, it is not.
All right.
The town that you see
I
is
just thought that's how
clearly
towns came
in
now.
ruins. What was that?
I just thought that's how towns came now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Everything
no.
on wheels.
Everything's on wheels.
Everything's
Not a
on
bad
wheels.
way to be.
Here's the wheel. Is it too late for a title change?
We could break the wheel if we understood what the wheel was. Oh, I'm sorry. That was inappropriate.
All
right.
Oh.
Nope.
Oh.
Briv at this
shade.
point in time starts. He stands up on the hood of the vehicle, but then he also just kind of, grabs and kind of climbs up to the highest point that he can, with stability, be seen.
Uh-huh.
And he just yells out, "Behold, your heroes of the Vale!" And he starts like pointing at people all across.
People start clapping. Some confused.
Huzzah!
But mostly people are clapping. However, the now armored up Flo is still tapping on the infernal war machine quite intensely. It might be possible that Flo has gotten a taste for battle. So
Battle flow. Yes.
battle Flo.
Yes. Now we need action figures with like Flo with Kung Fu grip.
Flo with
Kung Fu
optional armor
tentacle.
set.
Flow with battle stench.
Oh god, battle stench is
Oh,
yeah.
no. Ooh.
An unfortunate side effect of her kind.
Did we find anything in the war machine? Now that
There
we are
are-
not in combat.
Yes, if you want to take a moment to look through, which you've had no time.
I think it's
if
worth
you-
searching since we've come
Right.
from another dimension and I'm curious what's in here.
Well, what you drove was the one that you bought into the portal. You left Saranthus dead, and her
Good.
infernal war machine, which Briv destroyed back in Avernus. So if you search around, you really don't find much of anything. There wasn't anything really left inside previously to the sale of that vehicle. It very much was as is. So
No hidden compartments or anything. Yeah.
no hidden compartments. Just
What?
an overall creepy feeling of something that had emerged from Avernus and hell itself. But it looks
Okay,
really
right.
cool.
Okay, we'll
Briv
stick her
kind of
head in.
telepathically tries to reach out to Flo just to join him, and as he's thinking about that, he starts looking around. Spiral, and he takes out his griffin call
Yeah.
or whatever sound it makes, trying to call for Spiral.
Spiral does not show up. You don't see
Briv.
Spiral.
Didn't Spiral come with us through the portal?
I
Hmm. You think Do you think he's okay? I mean, it's a pretty awesome.
I do not think he is okay because he is stranded in the 9 hells.
True, but he's kind of a pretty awesome griffin. He might be okay until we can rescue him.
We shall go back, Alyndra. Make another portal.
No.
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 Maybe not right away.
Alyndra, if it was thine IKEA, we would be doing this. And that's not even a living being. Spiral is.
We did not go after the IKEA. The IKEA came back to us.
Do we even know how to get back?
No.
Well, we'll figure that out.
The portal we used was the second sun. Are we really talking about going back to the 9 hells for...
Tis
No,
Spiral.
After all of
we
that?
discuss.
Not right away, but yeah, I mean...
Well, perhaps in time. If
Spiral
I
shall
recall correctly,
die
there was a way to summon the way I retrieved it from the bag. Perhaps we can do that for Spiral, but it will be some time.
Briv jumps down from where he is, and he just with both of his fists slams the hood of the car as hard as he can, and walks off.
Okay, you walk off.
I mean, I don't know a way to do a portal again, right? To the
No.
9 hells?
No, I don't think
No,
anybody's
you do not.
Good. I'd be afraid if I did. Orkira, are you
Yeah.
all right?
No, not really. It's a really long day.
Yes.
Hey, before it's been too long, do you remember how we went after that Sibriax? It
Yes.
was with Penelope and we freed it.
Mhm.
It touched me and I don't feel so good.
What's happened? Where?
I don't know. I didn't ask. It was just like, hey, thanks. Here you go. And then it touched me. And now I feel really weird. And that's
so
the thing that
sorry.
created the thing that made everybody sick. And I got infected with it. And I already turned into something. I want to turn into something else. And I don't want to
How
be.
will you? I don't have any of the vial left that I used to cure myself, right?
I don't know.
No, you drank all of it.
I don't see. Like it touched me right here. And
In the research I did about the Sibriax, did I learn anything about any diseases it carried? Anything so that it does?
No particular diseases, but they are flesh warpers. They can adjust your makeup. They can change
Okay.
what you are.
And
Quite easily.
you have, and she looks different now, right?
She doesn't look different.
Okay.
I look exhausted. I look
Yeah.
depressed, maybe, but nah, nothing. I don't think anything physical. No.
No.
I thought
To your
it was
eyes,
Briv
she
who got,
seems
it was
normal.
Briv who got horns.
Yeah.
Briv's not looking so hot.
So do
you
I have any
feel-
idea if this is permanent or not?
you
Tanaruk.
you are you are kind of looking at that demon ichor like maybe you want some more.
But I'm going to be cut off from the source, right?
Oh yeah, there's still a little bit left in a jug.
I look for the
would-
nearest scientist to be able to replicate this forever. No.
Okay,
I'm not sure
that's
Briv's
Briv's action.
that wise
Uh,
to know that.
So in learning about the flesh warping of the Sibriax, was there any information about curing it or
No,
what specifically it does?
they can basically do whatever they want.
Okay.
They can shift someone in any way they possibly want to. So
Who would be
they're
the great
actively
expert?
sought after by demon lords to help create their demon armies and make them a little bit more powerful by adding things to them, making them stronger, giving them more appendages, things like that.
Who would be the expert on the Sibriax here in this
Oh,
realm?
you have no idea. Everyone's been dead. So
Fair point.
Yeah. We have been
I
bereft of NPCs.
I just want to make sure I'm not gonna suddenly try to kill everyone.
Have you cast the spell on yourself that you used to rid Briv of the poison?
I would, but it's been a really long day, and
Then perhaps we should rest.
Yeah, well, that's that's a good plan. I'd like to rest and be able to get some of my energy back. Try that.
Do we
But
need to go to town, or is there a place that's safe closer? I can make a Lehman's tiny hut.
Orkira,
Yeah.
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Sure, why not? Let's see what happens.
I think I've broken Orkira.
She's pretty, yeah.
We've broken all of us, Todd. We're just
The good news is
shards of
I'm okay.
people.
Orkira's like she's about to fall over, and is depressed. However, I rolled a 19, which gives me a 25.
Okay.
You see your eyes turn into flames, and everyone else can see this as well. Just
Orkira.
fire glowing in your eyes, and you can actually see the fire hovering around the pupils. And you see a vision of the phoenix, and you hear a voice that isn't a voice coming out of it, more like a rumbling. You have to get hope. I mean, you have to get Penelope.
You must find hope.
Hope is probably helpful too.
Find Penelope. Have hope.
Oh,
Find
bad
Penelope.
DM. You
Oh,
must get Penelope out of here now.
out of
They're
to
coming.
where? Ooh, what?
Hide Penelope now.
Okay,
And the vision
right,
goes
we need-
away.
we need to hide Penelope. Something's wrong. Something's coming for Penelope.
All right.
Are the flames
are
gone,
you
or is she
alright?
still?
Yeah, the flames are gone.
No, I'm very not okay. But we need Penelope. Something's coming for Penelope.
Okay. Let's go hide Penelope.
Where is she? Is she?
Let
anywhere
them
nearby?
come.
They're
I don't even know what
inside
them
the-
is.
They're inside the infernal war machine, both Penelope Half-Pint and, well, Penelope Never-Ember, and also Keen.
They are well
And-
protected inside the war machine.
It's true.
Alyndra, you are now getting a strange, bad feeling as well. You feel the presence of something coming.
We need to hurry. We need to hurry now. Now.
Where?
Is there are no hidden panels in this war machine, right?
No.
I mean, it's protected, but we can't move it. And
I mean,
I was just told,
Yeah,
get her
we-
out of here. So we need to move.
let's go. And we'll go. I don't know where we're supposed to go. Do I have any sense of what's coming, which direction they're coming from?
It's something... a roll an Arcana check for me. You've never had a feeling like this. And Orkira, you are getting the same feeling as well.
24.
Something is entering into this plane of existence.
Is the conjunction still going?
No.
Something coming out of slip space.
I can't take her off of the plane. All I can think of is to cast a tiny hut inside of the engine, and that way it's mobile and they're protected because
Well, but
nothing can get in.
Can we even, Briv? Does this thing still move, or is the dungeon dead?
I am uncertain. The universe shall tell me.
You
This way.
think with enough time that you may be able to make repairs, and being Briv, you're probably more confident than I am in that. As the DM.
Of course it can run.
But that might take some time.
It will take no time at all.
Okay. Then we should get it.
Lives may be at stake, Briv. Are you sure?
I'm
Yes,
as sure
we
as
don't
one
have
can
the
be
time.
for this sort of thing.
Then go now.
All right.
I start hitting it with a hammer
Do you want
or
a
whatever
tiny
needs
hut?
to happen.
I need
Them
a.
ins-
Yeah, I
Oh
will
man,
inside.
I need an
I'll
intelligence
cast a
check on this.
I am proficient with
Tiny
Smith's
hut.
tools.
Oh, you
Ooh.
are? Okay. Well, okay. Roll that.
With what would I add with my proficiency there?
I do need you to use intelligence with that one.
That's fine.
But,
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a 14.
Oh, that's not bad. You managed to fix one of the track wheels.
I'm moving
But
on to
it's-
the next.
It's far from functional.
I will, to aid Briv, I will cast guidance on Briv, so he has advantage on his checks.
Okay.
Okay.
And then we're
Do I
Tiny
do that
hut
with that
inside.
one
I'm
I
sorry,
just did? Or?
he adds a d4 to his ability check as he's doing these repairs. For each one, I'll cast it as he's doing it.
Okay.
That's
I think I can still do that if you want a tiny hut, Penelope.
Yes,
maybe
the tiny hut's go.
that I can still do. And Orkira will stumble on over to Briv and basically, once every once in a while, she'll touch him because she can also cast guidance. So she'll
Why is everyone rubbing my shoulders thus?
Because you're very tense. You've had a long day, Briv, and you were all muscle bound, and we figured the new muscles might
We're all
tense.
muscle bound.
You're still, and it's awesome. You
You're
got this.
you're very strong, Briv. But let's focus on doing the repairs now.
Guidance.
I need a perception check from everyone.
4.
16.
23.
Okay, always. I just assume that Orkira wins. You notice that there is a nearby sea cave.
Oh,
Backup plan. If we get the war machine moving, or if we can, maybe we send the war machine there. But like the cave over there.
let's go.
I don't know what's
Seems like a sort of plan.
Briv. Do you think you can get this thing moving now?
If it's not going to start, Briv's just going to start pulling it.
It's very large. No, you can't.
I'm
Really
going
very
to
large.
do.
Yeah.
Do I have any sense of
I'm not arguing
where?
with you. Granted.
This is not a contest between Briv and a vehicle.
Do I
I'm
have
just
any
as
sense
large
of
as
where
an infernal engine.
the things that are coming came from?
So did you cast the hut inside of the infernal war machine?
Yes.
Okay. It is started up, and you can, if you put in another coin, you have a few of Avron's coins left. You can manage to sort of drive it into that sea cave. It's gonna leave tracks though.
Tell Keen to drive it. He's got the
May I
soul
use-
coins.
Mage hand to, fix the tracks there.
Yeah, and I'll
do you have
also like sweep up behind.
predistinct- Do you have any kind of other spells that maybe could?
Yeah, I
do
press
that?
digitation if you want that instead.
Yeah, that would work much better than.
Okay.
Just mage
I just
handing
don't-
everything.
I figured the illusion of prestidigitation might not. Yeah.
Well, but prestidigitation can clean, right? So
Yeah.
yeah.
maybe we're considering
let's
this
do it then.
cleaning.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
So,
Cleaning tracks.
Keen is very defensive. I am not going to leave Penelope. I will stay with her.
Sure.
Fine,
No, that's
when you
fine.
stay with her, you got her.
In the cave with the war machine and the tiny hut.
Unless Keen, can you hide her in the Feywild?
I can.
Perhaps that's the safer option.
Thou shalt stay in the Feywild for at least the next 2 hours.
You do need
Very
to
fourth
let
wall
everybody
breaking
know.
episode.
Perhaps a bit less,
Alright.
maybe an hour and a half.
Actually, it's more like a week, but it'll be okay. You'll get the
Time
people
is
that we
relative
sent
in
there.
the Feywild.
and
This is a
we'll-
very cathartic episode, actually, after the last episode being so intense. So it's good that we're getting this all out of our systems now.
Right.
So you see Keen grab Penelope's hands, and he seems to just meditate for a moment, holding his glaive at the same time, and they wink out of existence with green light, and leaves stir around them, and they disappear.
I was hoping to chat and say goodbye, but I guess this is better.
They'll
I
be
don't know
back.
what's coming, so they're safe. Can we see
But it's
what-
good that
yeah,
you-
Well, safe in the Feywild is a relative term.
True, but
The Infernal
Safer
War
than
Machine
where?
is now hidden. So
Do I
Nice.
have any additional sense of what's happening with this thing coming toward us?
no, you've never sensed this before. This is almost a function of the very nature of your divination magic, that something is on its way. You see
Okay,
several of the
did-
townsfolk start
you get-
heading towards the ruined city already, and it may be that many of these townfolk had come from this place. It's largely intact. It's certainly ruined, but some of the homes are still functional. You can see in the distance old inns, that ancient wooden signs. If you imagine something like Edinburgh, Scotland, I think that would be the best way to paint the picture of what the city looks like and what the
I bet you
atmosphere
this place
is.
had really good beer.
Very
Sorry,
good beer and
distracted.
very good whiskey.
Sorry, I'm really
I
tired.
like whiskey.
Yeah, whiskey's
Yes,
nice.
I think we should
maybe later.
secure a place to stay.
Should we
Perhaps.
be looking out for? I mean, Penelope's safe. That was
Or-
all
or
the
we could
Phoenix
stay
warned me
outside
about.
of town and not risk endangering the citizens of this town.
If
Since
they
we
know
can
about
bring
us,
trouble?
I don't know. All it said was to get Penelope safe. I don't know about the rest of us.
All right.
It's begun to
Are
rain.
there people to talk to here?
Oh, they're playing.
Let's start with. Is there someone who seems to be particularly in the know?
Everyone's still very dazed.
Hmm.
Yeah, I get
One
that
of the
feeling.
people that you see, their clothes are completely tattered. They don't look sickly at all. They're fully back to health. But there's like a great deal of confusion.
Have we seen
Where?
any of the Shadowfell people?
You have not in this location.
While she's looking around for people to talk to, Orkira's gonna take a second and feel that portion inside of her that she always kind of reaches out to whenever she's reaching to chat with her god, but this time it's a phoenix. She's gonna try to connect with it again and silently ask, "All right, Penelope's safe. What now?" Did she get anything?
You sense the presence of the phoenix, and you sense it's not speaking to you on purpose. Not necessarily in an adversarial way.
Oh, that's
If you could think of a friend putting their hand on your shoulder to silently make you aware of something, that's the feeling that you're getting right now.
That happens all the time with me as people try to guide me or bless me.
You hear a
that
familiar
would- that
You
cough.
have some muscle tension that you're carrying. Yeah.
I'm sorry,
you hear
we hear what?
You hear a familiar screech from down below by the ocean.
Is it?
You see
Briv? Is it
Spiral
Spiral?
swimming in the ocean.
Briv, I don't even know where Briv is right now. I've lost track a little bit, but he starts running out into the ocean towards Spiral.
Okay, you have to go run down. You have to run down quite like a stair. You go into the city and you run down a stairway that leads to the ocean. And this is once a port town, and you get down there, and yeah, Spiral, not the best swimmer, trying its best. Do you get into the water with Spiral to try to help drag it out?
Absolutely. If Spiral is struggling, Briv will save his life.
Spiral is panicking,
In full
and a few
armor,
times
swimming.
Spiral accidentally scratches you because Spiral's panicking right now. So I need you to roll
There.
animal handling.
While he's doing that, I'll pull a rope out of my pack and get ready to like throw it to Briv. Try to help.
Dirty 20.
Wow, you are like the Griffin Whisperer. Okay.
I am, at least this time.
Immediately. For now. We'll see how this ends when we're all level 20.
Alyndra already foreseen that moment.
In there. Been there, done that.
You managed to calm Spiral down, and you help physically lift Spiral onto the docks. Spiral's wings are severely damaged. Broken.
What type of wounds?
Fire. Also bludgeoning. Pretty intense wounds. Every time Spiral tries to use its wings, it doesn't work.
I am just trying to calm down the beast where it doesn't hurt itself worse. What? So do I get the impression that its wings still there, or are they like cut or something?
They have not been cut off, but they're in a bad way.
Do I think
So,
they
like,
could
they're
heal over
broken.
time?
Yes, but it may take
Okay.
a lot of time.
Yeah,
Even
understood.
if you applied cure wounds or any kind of magic, this is going to be something that's going to take Spiral a long time to recover from.
Orkira's
It's
rummaging
okay.
around in her bag after she'd pulled out the rope, and she'll switch and pull out a healing potion and hand it to Briv and say, "You gave me yours earlier, so here, if it'll help."
Very well. Do I think this is going to do anything for the animal? I don't know.
Quite
if Briv would
possibly,
know.
yes.
Okay.
It has other. Spiral has a lot of other wounds and cuts and scrapes. Spiral apparently got into a very intense fight during your battles. Spiral was fighting with something else, and there are claw marks. There are marks from melee weapons. Spiral went on its own sort of rampage, and it definitely has like demon ichor and all kinds of strange goo all over it. But it was in a fight of its life.
I am going to give Spiral the healing potion
Okay.
and chase it with demon ichor.
Oh my gosh.
Well, roll me the roll
was
me,
a-
oh my
It was just a 2d4 plus 2. It wasn't.
Yeah, roll me that.
Where is my force? Oh, there it is. All right, so 4.
Here, take this
6,
medicine
so
with the tequila
8
chaser.
total.
Spoonful of sugar helps.
A lot of Spiral's wounds do heal up, and Spiral is again still very calm due to you soothing Spiral. It also gets a kind of crazy gleam in its eye once you give it the demon ichor, and you can almost see the muscles in Spiral increase. There is definitely a change in Spiral.
Just to take the edge off of thee.
Briv, once I rest a little bit, I can do some healing. I can't. That's all I've got for now. I'm sorry.
Very well. I thank thee for thine help. Thou
Whatever.
shalt be okay, Spiral. I'm just stroking feathers and hair. I don't know where that mixture comes in.
It's a mixture. It's a mixture. Imagine a raven. You know, the ravens have both feathers and sometimes kind of like a furry type feather as well underneath their necks.
I don't believe that ravens are mammals, Todd. Like
I know.
But do
Are
they-
griffins?
But the texture
Rather
of the
griffins.
feathers.
Well, griffins could be
Griffins have to be like
half.
part mammal, right? Like
Yeah, they're a little mammal in
What's
the back
the
end.
part that needs to be
In the
mammal in
back
order for them to be
I mean,
considered?
it
There's a
fall
different
into this-
conversation. There's a different conversation.
Jeremy
very,
Crawford,
very well.
Make a ruling.
I get what's there. and I am just trying to keep Spiral calm.
Okay. You
The
managed.
echidnas of Faerun.
Spiro is also incredibly happy to see you and nuzzles your neck while you're doing so.
Of course he does.
All right. Well, that's one problem solved. At least we don't have to go back to Avernus.
You do see
Why now?
the closest building that you see is an inn with a sign that's kind of hanging off. It's only got one chain still holding it up. It looks like this wooden sign was carved maybe like 100, 200, 300 years ago. Remarkable craftsmanship, though.
And if we take a look around, this feeling of something coming, has it arrived? Do we know? Is it imminent?
You no longer have the feeling. The feeling has disappeared.
'Twas just Spiral.
I hope not. It was a bad feeling, and Spiral's
Something's
not bad.
Spiral
Chasing
is a vicious
Penelope.
beast.
Something's after Never Ember.
I hope it
You
didn't chase
hear-
Briv.
Keep her safe.
Piano music playing from the bar, from the tavern.
Is Billy Joel here?
The bar?
The
Yeah,
you
haven't you
hear
heard
it
of
coming
him?
from the
He's-
tavern.
He's this amazing bard I heard of. It's legendary.
Let's see. Who is in the bar here? Who do we have?
Yeah, I guess we'll go wander over to this bar now that we're not being chased by things.
I'd like
You
to
go
know the name
inside
of the town and
Then you did see as you entered the city, there was a stone plaque that said the city of Kraken's Bay.
City of Kraken's Bay.
As you approach, the windows of the tavern are stained glass. Very fine work. Beautiful, in fact. And you hear the music pouring from inside, but you don't really hear anyone talking. And the door is slightly ajar. There's a great deal of dust as well.
And we still hear piano music?
Yeah. Do you enter? Or do you try to look through the windows?
Listen, I've already been dead once today. Why not? And she'll just open the door and walk in.
You walk in, and you see an older man, bald and beard, playing the piano in a dusty black raincoat, torn and kind of shredded in places. And as you walk in, he just turns his head slightly and goes back to the piano playing.
Is it Averin?
No.
Okay. Hi. Hello.
A
Sorry.
valid question. Given everyone's past experiences.
Just making sure. Just checking. Hello. Hi. Nice piano.
Thank
Hello?
you. And how are the heroes of the Vale?
it's been a long day. We'd love
I've
to
got
have
some
a
really
place
dumb shoes.
to rest up a bit. Briv gets
think I could-
tired.
Cook you
Rib
something?
does
Maybe
not
you would
get
like something
tired.
like fish. Hey, the man
this-
turns around and he's this kind of haggard, pale, dark-eyed man, but something about him seems familiar to you.
Can I roll an insight to see if I can figure out, do I recognize this guy?
You can, based
Alright.
off body language and everything else.
May I give it a shot as well?
It's an 18.
That works.
He's moving a lot like Rar,
Of course he is.
but he is
Rar?
distinctly human. Yeah, it's me. It's good to see you. The last
Is
time I
it?
saw you, You sent me
You
to
were
die.
a fish.
How does
You
thou
tried to
know
kill
us?
us.
You were a fish.
Koatoa is the preferred term, I believe.
Apologies.
I find
The last
fish
time we
to
saw
be
you,
kind
you
of-
were a Koato who was summoning a god, trying to send thousands of people to kill us. So
I
just
am so confused.
It's been a
Me
long
too.
time for me as well.
So
Lots
if
of
this
things
was
have
your
changed.
form, was this how you were before?
Yes, many
Or
years
is
ago.
this-
Before
But
you
I
got
think-
attacked by Saranthus.
You killed a god. And now,
Well, Two now,
look at
eh?
me. I'm all handsome again.
Thou
don't know,
art
I thought-
ugly as a stick.
Briv
Briv.
Steelbottom, that's no way to treat a friend. Even after all the terrible things you did, killing my god. After those long 3 months of 18-hour days that we put in to make that thing.
Are we gonna hash through this again, or are we just gonna have a drink?
No, I
Or
I
a
have no
fight.
quarrel with you. I was under the influence of an evil god, so I feel
I would
I
like
feel
to
that
detect
you were perfectly
thoughts on
justified. You what?
him. I want to detect thoughts on him, please.
Woo! You cast detect thoughts. What's the save for that?
It's a Wisdom 15 save.
I like
my
this
God,
new forward Alyndra.
I have so
He's
many.
fun.
Yeah.
I have so many dice from the descent. I don't even know what to do. It's like 90% of my desk is dice.
And it does not know that I am reading its thoughts.
His thoughts are, I'd really like a whiskey, and I don't know. Maybe I feel insecure about the fact that I'm kind of hungry for fish. Is that weird? That's his thoughts right now.
As I continue detecting thoughts on him. So, Rolf, should we be trusting you here? Since you did try and kill us repeatedly.
Well, I was under the influence of an evil god. I feel like maybe that might give me some
Well, which one?
pop. Saranthus, she turned me into that, and all my people.
What am I getting from his thoughts? Truth, lies?
He appears to be telling the truth. He doesn't
That
seem
he's
to be
not
masking.
going to come after us? That he's not planning to attack us?
No, you sense worry though.
I'll probe a little deeper.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what the save is for the deeper thoughts. I get the initial surface thoughts for free, but
Okay.
if I'm probing, then he saves.
This is like selling detect thoughts. The first thoughts are for free.
Basically.
The second ones are gonna cost you.
Yep.
He does save.
Fair enough.
And Varv, yeah, he does seem a little touched, a little crazy. He's been through a lot. But you do remember that he was one of the original people to help fight Saranthus with Averyn.
Was. And what did he specialize in?
He was
Do
a
I
bard.
recall?
Being irritating.
Also that.
Also
Is it good
that.
music?
Checks out.
Is this playing good?
It's good for a piano that is terribly out of tune and 300 years old. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. His play. Okay. Nah, Briv. I think his playing is pretty good. I mean, the piano sucks, but his playing is nice.
Speak for thyself.
I
The
only
piano
ever
itself
do.
is off tilt too, laying on some wreckage.
So, what are you doing here?
I thought I might drop by after I woke up from my deep slumber as a Koatoa. And then I saw you all coming out of there with that infernal war machine, declaring you yourselves the heroes of the Vale.
Briv was pointing to others, in case you didn't notice that.
I do have to say I am impressed that you were able to finish what I could not. And
Well,
I
you
am very
started.
sorry for the terrible things that I have done to you and to your people.
Apology accepted. We are that much better than thee.
No, we are not better than him, Briv.
He just said the same.
Briv, speak for yourself.
No,
I'm
Briv,
not
what he
better.
said is we finished what he started.
One day I think, Briv, we're going to be best friends, but maybe not today.
Certainly not today.
Rav, I appreciate your apology. That means a great deal to us. We've
And
all
we
been
can-
through quite a bit.
We can all totally understand being manipulated by Saranthus.
You may want to... I might suggest that everyone eat some food and rest up. I have a bad feeling.
Yeah, me
Something
too.
is coming.
Rav, in the songs you know, in the tales you've heard, you've travelled quite a bit. Did you ever hear about the Sibrieks?
Yeah, I met a few Sivrexes back in the day. Not gonna lie, I spent some
Few?
time.
There's more
Well,
than
I get
one.
around from place to place, as one does, walking the plains of existence. They're gross.
They
They look
are.
like
What
big fleshy
have you
sacks of-
seen
I don't
them-
want to say.
Did you ever see anyone touched by one?
Yes, many times. Unfortunately, I try to get that memory out of my head every day.
What did it do?
Mainly they sometimes they make your eyes glow real bright, so they shine light everywhere. Sometimes they make you grow wings, large claws, make you be able to drink water, breathe water like a Koatoa. In fact, part of my transformation was because of a Sibrix that was working with Saranthus. He also changed all of my people.
Do you know anything about how to undo those things?
There's a spell I've heard of called a wish spell that may be able to reverse the effects.
No, we don't deal in wishes. Wishes
Highly
spells.
dangerous,
they're not-
highly
We
dangerous
absolutely
magic.
have.
I myself
We don't deal
do
in them
also
anymore.
recommend avoiding it. Many strange things can happen.
Yes.
I thought that thou knowest it from thine IKEA.
No.
What
I
is this
don't
IKEA I
use the
keep
wish-
on
Nothing.
hearing?
It's nothing.
Hey,
It's
Okay.
I
a
believe 'tis
complicated
her
set of diagrams
Secret
that
spell
assemble.
book with all the hidden arcane knowledge.
Briv,
in it.
you don't know that. You would not know that.
Did you?
That was not.
I thought it
No,
was shared.
I never revealed that. No.
That's why that's why Keen was so willing to use it. He
I
had
thought
no
in
idea
your
what it
explanation
was.
to TJ that you did express that.
If I had explained that, I would have done that privately with Keen. That would not have been something I made public knowledge. It's way too dangerous.
Very
And it
well.
I
also
think-
has all sorts of magic guards on it to protect it from magical scrying. Like this thing is Fort Knox of spellbooks.
Very well.
Yeah.
Rarv, is there any drinks left in this place?
Yeah, there seems to be a couple casks of wine and whiskey.
Why don't we have a
I
drink?
might have had some myself.
It
It
sounds like
means
a really
I
good plan.
Don't particularly blame you on that front.
Yeah.
He gets up from the
Rolf, do you have
piano.
any sense of what's coming?
Yeah, I do, but I think maybe all I can tell you right now, I think the best thing for you to do is rest. You've
We
been through a
will.
lot. You need to
Um,
be calm. You need to be collected. And you need to say the right things.
I think I just need a drink.
All right, well, I'll pour you one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
no, that's
actually slide a gold to Rarv
One of
for
Avron's?
playing. No, just a regular gold. Part of my code as a cleric of Agma is to always stop and listen when a bard plays, and to make sure they're well cared for. So even though Rarv's tried to kill us, it's my responsibility to care for him.
Lauren is so happy right now.
I love Agmites.
He takes the gold coin. Thank you, I appreciate this. I've been through a lot. I don't know if you know that. First
we all
off,
have.
Kotoa don't have a lot of use for pockets, so I don't have like savings, as you might want to say. And also, I'm pretty excited about other parts of me being back as well, being a fish. Well, I don't like that term. Kotoa was difficult. It was a hard time for everyone.
Orkira's rummaging around behind the bar looking for this alcohol that he's talked about. Has she found anything?
Yeah, you find like dwarven whiskey that is so old.
2 dusty glasses.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna grab the bottle, put it on the thing. Glasses pouring for everybody. There you go.
Despite being a cleric of the Phoenix, this burns like nothing you've ever tasted.
This might be the second drink she's ever had in her life.
Yeah. Your wings are tingly immediately.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I needed that. I didn't even know I needed that.
So how was it? How was it in Avernus? How was everyone?
It was bad.
It was bad, yeah. No,
it's okay. We defeated Saranthus and we saved the world, right?
Is she dead?
We defeated Saranthus.
Penelope
saved the world.
Penelope was pretty final.
I keep that to yourself. Was Penelope the one who killed Saranthus?
It was a group effort.
You might want to keep that a secret.
I have a feeling that the people who are after her already know.
I do too. Everyone can get a short rest. If no one is attempting a long rest.
I mean, I'd like a long rest, but
Briv is definitely going somewhere to sleep.
I need spells, so.
Okay. Everyone, you can find rooms in this establishment that are very dusty and kind of worn out. You do hear the voices of several people entering into town, but other buildings. This is lower by the docks. This particular tavern. So, everyone can have a short rest. I mean, a full long rest if they want to. Is anyone keeping guard?
I mean, we can do a Liamon's tiny hut, and I trance. I don't actually have to sleep, so.
That's true. Yeah, if you, I mean, you've been through a lot. Is everyone sleeping in the hut together?
As long as there's room for Spiral, yes.
Yeah, you can fit Spiral in there.
Yeah, there was room for all of us before.
Yeah, there's room for up to 8, I think.
Yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, everyone, you get a full rest.
Oh, so nice to sleep.
And you sleep
I can
through
fit
the
up to
night.
9.
And then, actually, well, it's already kind of in the middle of the day, so when you wake up or come out of your trance, it's right as the sun is setting.
Long rest. Orkira wakes up with a start, like she's in the middle of a nightmare, and immediately casts Lesser Restoration on herself.
Are you alright?
Wow.
Orkira.
No, nothing happens that you know of.
We're here.
Do I look
It's
okay?
fine.
Is everything okay?
You look the same. She looks the same, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You look like you.
Okay.
Just breathe.
All right, just yeah.
Briv, you are struggling a little bit.
Fine.
You do feel, I mean, you're aware. You've seen addiction before in your time. You're definitely coming off of something.
Okay.
The demon ichor is definitely not good for you, but you've returned to your normal size.
Still
Briv, you're
huge.
That's the
you're
important
looking-
thing.
Briv the Bodacious.
You're looking appropriately you.
Indeed. Indeed. Are you
Okay.
alright, Briv? Do you feel alright?
I have never been better.
Roar is cooking
Get-
eggs.
Can
and
I tell-
bacon.
Can I tell
Alyndra
if Briv
begins
is
her
lying?
morning devotions.
Okay.
Can I tell if Briv is lying about feeling okay?
You make a perception check versus his deception.
I'm not trying
insight?
to deceive. So,
Okay.
I mean, for Briv has gone through an immense amount of physical pain in his life, and so he probably does think he feels fine.
Okay.
I mean, he's feeling some kind of effect, but to him, I feel like that would come across as,
Right.
tiredness or something.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Like Briv may not. I mean, comparatively to what Briv has suffered in the past,
I have
this
a
is
20 constitution, so
yeah,
tough guy.
relatively minor.
So Orkira will just nod and then say, I might. She'll look over where Alyndra's praying and be like, I don't know if I have to do that, but I'm feeling a little bit better. Do you want me to heal up Spiral? See what I can do?
of course, please,
Okay,
by all means.
Okay. I know nothing about griffins, but I know a
Spiral
lot
is
about
the
healing.
most important member of our team.
Can I tell what I can do to help? Is this just a hardcore cure wounds?
You can cast some cure wounds, and you're definitely going to heal, but it's not going to help. It's not going to help you necessarily fix Spiral's wings.
Okay. How much to make sure at least that Spiral is not in any more pain?
Just one more casting of it will relieve the pain.
Okay. She'll do that. She'll cure wounds. If it matters, that was 10 hit points.
Okay.
And she will gladly. And then Briv, I think that's all I can really do. Maybe if later, if there's anything else I could do, you let me know. But that at least Spiral's a chunky boy. He'll be okay.
Huzzah!
Is
Briv is
everyone
just, I don't know what our timing is, but Briv's intent would be over time to begin Spiral's physical therapy.
okay.
Take
You
him
can
out,
be doing that.
trying to let him stretch his wings, get stronger, whatever's going to be needed.
Yeah, it may take months.
It's fine.
Okay.
He is worth it.
Absolutely.
Did everyone have a good sleep? I got eggs and bacon. If anyone has, also hash browns. I found some hash browns that seem to be okay. I found
You like what?
potatoes.
Wait, are you preparing the food from years ago?
No.
Orkira,
I found
can
some
you,
eggs.
Can you purify food and drink? What kind of eggs?
They were just kind of. They may be seagull eggs. I'm gonna be completely honest. Couldn't find any chickens. I did find an infernal chicken. Inside the walking around outside. I'd never seen one of them on this plane of existence.
I heard
Oh
those
my
are really
goodness.
spicy. I've wanted to try one of those. She'll sit-
I could cook
She'll
you up
sit
an
down.
infernal chicken right now if you
Do
if
it.
that,
Let's-
if that.
I just want the wings.
they're yours.
Okay.
Give me the breasts. Let's do this.
All right.
Isn't that like cannibalism?
No, I'm not a chicken.
With the wings and the.
No, not everything that's got wings. Keen asked me
All
about
of you
this too.
people
Did
are
you-
eating animals.
That
I
seems
don't
highly
understand
offensive.
it.
What you just said.
Listen, I didn't
I
even
just
have
don't
the
eat
wings to
animals,
begin with.
That's true.
I rarely agree with Rarv, but in this case, I do.
I feel like there's a couple of steps between a chicken and a dragonborn. I might be wrong.
You might be, but I'm also eating it anyway. Bring it on.
How many of those chickens dost thou have? I require 50 wings, so that means thou would need at least 50 chickens.
How do we feel about 6 wings?
To start.
I won't eat any, so don't need to prepare any for me. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do my best. And
Very well.
remember to remain calm.
He says that and he goes off to prepare.
Why do you keep saying that? I don't understand what's coming.
Yeah. He cooks the infernal chickens and the infernal chicken eggs that he found as well that had been already being laid, along with seagull eggs, and provides everyone with the food. The infernal chickens are not gamey, but definitely spicy. Maybe the spiciest chicken wings you've ever tasted in your life.
Before she starts to eat, Orkira's going to remember Alyndra taking her moment, and she'll close her eyes and she'll try to reach out to the phoenix again, and she'll ask, is there anything I'm supposed to be doing right now? No, nothing.
Again, what is your ask?
Is there anything you want me to be doing right now? I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be praying, morning things.
You don't get like any kind of response, but you still have the Book of the Phoenix, and so often like burnt offerings and that sort of thing, burning incense is something that is often part of many rituals in the morning.
Okay, she doesn't get an answer till she's like still got the book, but she's been waiting to go through that when she's not going through it with Saranthus, and so she'll put that aside for the moment.
Okay.
And just dig into the chicken.
As you're eating, the door opens to the inn, and a figure cloaked all in black with a black helmet walks in and slowly walks over to the bar and sits down.
Do you recognize this person?
No. They are dressed all in extremely ornate black full plate armor and chainmail. They're very imposing, and they move in a very strange manner.
How is it strange?
Not mechanical, but not human either. Something's not right with this thing. It's very agile for something that is in full plate.
When it sits down, does it say anything? Does it look at us? Or does it just sit?
It just sits. And then another one walks in.
In the same?
Exact same armor.
I will send a message to Rolf. Rolf, do you know who these people are? No response.
Oh, he's there. Cooking. He's like, remain calm. Just do what you do. And everything will be fine.
Could you be a bit more specific, please?
They can hear us. 3 more walk into the bar and sit down at one of the tables.
And they all look the same.
They all are wearing the exact same armor.
And they're all helmeted humanoids. We can't see any bit of their flesh.
Yep. Flowing
use...
black cloaks made of almost raven feathers.
May I use clairvoyance to put the sensor inside of the helmet to see what we're dealing with?
Oh, jeez.
Yes, you may.
It will be invisible.
Yep.
So if they so if they can hear telepathic thoughts.
As she's doing this, 2 more walk in and sit down. And now the inn is almost full with these figures.
Is Briv out doing physical therapy at this point, or?
Yeah, you see these people walking into the inn, and you're outside in the morning air. So you see one by one these figures walk in.
So
and
this is happening.
to
So
you,
Orkira
it doesn't quite
turns to
make sense
Alyndra.
because you didn't see them come down the stairway.
Okay. I will stow Spiral somewhere and just tie him up somewhere reasonably safe and then make my way towards the inn. And then I'm just going to come in after a group comes in. And as they come in and sit down, I'm going to sit at the same table as they do.
Okay. All right.
Oh.
Yeah. Orkira, what are you doing?
Yeah, she's like, as soon as she sees Briv, she's like gonna wave him over to his seat, and then he sits with all these other creatures. And
by the way, my portents are both 15 for today.
Okay.
Alyndra, this place got really crowded all of a sudden. What's going on? This is creepy.
No. We're going to find out.
You see a pale-faced creature, almost divine, eyeless, with a strand of white, almost silk, tied around where its eyes should be.
Have I ever heard of anything like that?
No.
Hmm.
And as you do that, they all take their helmets off in unison and put them in front of them. And you see all of these creatures, eyeless, but with essentially silk rags tied around their skulls to hide their eyes.
Quite the parlor trick. What business dost thou have here? I say to whichever one's closest to me.
They all in unison turn towards Briv. One of them says, "Where is the halfling?"
What halfling dost thou refer to?
Penelope, Neverember. Where is the halfling?
Elsewhere. What business do you have with her?
She needs to come with us.
Why?
We maintain a certain level of balance. She has upset that balance. She needs
How
to come with us.
How so?
She killed a god.
If thou dost think thy are
Well,
leaving
with
this
a
place with her,
balance.
I'm about to upset the balance of this room.
Briv. Orkira, will you please see to Briv?
No one will see to me. I shall
No,
see
okay.
to them if they think they're taking Penelope.
None of this matters. She's not here.
Briv, we need to have a conversation first. How is what Penelope did, upsetting the balance, and Saranthus taking the will of billions of people, not?
We do not care about people dying. We care about gods being murdered.
It doesn't matter. She's
Well,
not
it's
here.
murder,
You might as well
it's
leave.
self-defense.
What was that?
It was not murder, it was self-defense.
And it
We
doesn't matter.
See it differently.
No, none of it matters. She's not here. You might as well just leave.
Well, Kira, I would like to understand their perspective. How do you see it?
At the point of her death, did she know who she was?
I do not know. I was not in her head.
We are a certain order that has been established to prevent the murder of gods by mortals. Someone has killed a god.
So
It
only
seemeth
the
that thou
defense-
dost not have much to work with. This can't happen that frequently.
You might be surprised.
So to defend the gods only from mortals. Well, who stands for the mortals against the gods?
The mortals are not our concern. What concerns us is that you were all involved in the murdering of a god.
I disagree that it was murder. And I do not think it is fair or balanced to not have a similar set of representation for a mortal.
Your lives are fleeting. They do not matter in the grand scheme of things. By
Then why do
killing
you
a
have such
god
concern?
disrupts the balance. So again, where is Penelope? Never Ember.
Not here.
We will
There was
find
no
her.
concern when Palor was massacred. There was no concern for any of the other gods that were being slaughtered.
That was not a concern of ours because that was a god killing another
Then whose
god.
jurisdiction is that?
Not ours.
Because this is the first we're hearing of an interdimensional protective force for the gods. And if that exists, I think it's only fair that we know who is representing the other players in this scenario. If you believe in balance, then there should be representation for the other.
We have been created
individuals
by the
involved.
gods to defend the gods.
But not against one another.
No, that is not our place. Our place is not to question. Our place is to hand out justice.
So thou dost seek balance in this matter.
That is correct.
Simply ask the gods to allow one to ascend in Saranthis's place. I nominate myself.
They all look at each other. As confused as these creatures can look, they now look confused. I don't think that would be acceptable.
Who was
It's as
responsible for
far-fetched as you
charging
leaving this place with Penelope. So move
So
along.
Who created you? You said the gods. More specifically, could you please clarify? Because right now what I'm hearing is an execution squad. Without benefit of trial, without benefit of defense. I'm hearing about
We know
Samara.
that Penelope Neverember murdered Saranthus. There is no trial required.
And I say it wasn't murder. That it was
I
something.
say
say
she
it
wasn't
does.
the only one that did it either. All of us had a hand in it.
We are
Yeah.
aware.
Very well. You found someone who is implicated. Take me.
Or me.
I would love to talk to whomever thou servest.
We were sent for the one that dealt the killing blow.
Seems kind of arbitrary.
I'd agree.
She was only kill camping.
I didn't know that was a thing.
I'm not smiling.
So it seems a failure of a god if they would allow themselves to be killed. Gods are supposed to be
Oh, mighty goddess. Killed by
Above.
Penelope, half-pint.
the whims of mortals. It seems it should be something that's not particularly easy to do.
We will give you a certain number of days until you bring us Penelope Half-Pint.
I
then we will
am
come
not
back.
bringing you Penelope Half-Pint. That's not my responsibility.
Thou mightest
Neither am
well
I.
not even make the
You have
trip.
been charged with retrieving her and seeking her out.
That is correct.
Why should I do your job for you? If you are unable to fulfill your own responsibilities,
Damn.
They draw their swords and stand up.
Briv stands up immediately,
Briv,
gets between wherever Orkira and Alyndra are.
Briv,
I shall not attack first. But if they are foolish enough to attack us in this place, they shall be destroyed.
Another person walks into the bar. Oh, sorry. I didn't know everybody was here. My apologies. I'm just here just for a drink. It seems like a lot of people woke up. I was wondering if I could get maybe a beer or whiskey or something like that. Seems very tense in here.
Yeah.
drink
Yeah.
that's
No.
lovely.
Now's not a good time. It's just moving on. I think this
Now
place
is a
full.
good time, Rolf, to go find thine friend that thou callest Boom Boom. Surely he is here.
Oh, I think things just got very interesting. I think I'm gonna stay for a moment. The other man just walks up nonchalantly to the bar, seeming unamused. Very ordinary looking. Strangely ordinary. Like you can't really, if you look away from him, you can't really remember what his face looked like. There's a weird sense about him. Who is anyone at the bar?
Yeah, I'm still at the bar.
Briv
Wait,
is,
I want to make sure that I'm not confused here. The person that
Okay.
walked in was not Rarv?
it was not Rarv.
Oh, I thought it was Rarv,
Sorry.
too.
I got keyed
No, I
in with the
apologize.
voice, I think. Okay, so
I know.
right,
I
not Rarv.
apologize, everyone at home. I need to get better with my voice work.
no problem. I just want to make sure.
It's fine.
Okay.
Criticism.
All right, so
We love you, it's fine.
scratch all the boom boom talk if Briv did not think that was Rarv.
Yeah.
Okay,
No, Rar is behind the bar.
got it.
This man is
Yep.
speaking very deliberately in very distinguished common, and his clothes are strange. Even there's a little bit off about everything about him. And again, when you look away from him, you can't remember what he looks like. You don't even remember his hair
does this seem to
color.
be a spell?
No. But the other creatures do not regard him at all. These blind creatures in all black armor with white rags tied around their eyes,
Whose swords are drawn.
whose swords are drawn, and he walks right past them as if it's nothing.
And do we recognize this person at all?
No. So
I'm at the bar. So he comes walking up to the bar. I've stood up from my chicken and whiskey, and I look back at the guy that's
I'm getting
approaching
hungry.
like
This is 9 a.m. or something, right?
yeah, right.
yesterday was a long day.
They're all long days on Heroes of the Vale.
This is unless it's 300 years. Listen, I don't know if you noticed, but things are a little crazy. Are you here to make things worse or better?
That depends on what you think, Orkira. Should I make things worse or better?
I don't honestly know. I don't know who you are. I don't know who all these people are, except they're trying to kill my friend. So,
And is there only Orkira at the bar?
I mean, I think I was sitting at a table, right? So
right.
no, I haven't moved.
I mean,
from where
Briv just tried to triangulate between wherever Orkira was and wherever Alyndra was between the rag faces.
you're probably close by.
They've drawn their swords completely, and they all in unison say, "For the last time, we cannot sense Penelope Halfpine's presence, but we know you are hiding her If you give her up, you will be spared. If you do
Hiding
not,
implies that we know
you
where
will
she is.
die.
We don't.
I'm not.
If thou dost leave right now, thou shalt be spared.
What thoughts are you having right now,
Me?
Alyndra? Yes.
It's the truth. I don't know where she is. I know the plane of existence, but that's all I know. That's not. It's like saying somebody's on Earth.
Right. Yeah,
Not a clue where they are. I'm not lying to them.
that's true.
I'm puzzled by this scenario. I'm a little angry that they're behaving as I feel a sense of injustice and protectiveness. But
Roll religion check. Anyone can roll religion.
I'm going to go
Why
ahead
not?
and,
It'll be fun.
I have foreseen this moment. It is a 23.
I only got 12.
Okay. Well, 12 is going to do it as well. You have heard of Harbingers of Death and Justice. These entities are celestial. And they are definitely the presence that you felt was coming. They have a singular focus to protect the gods at all costs, and they were created millennia ago.
Is Briv or Alyndra within touching distance of me?
Not quite. What are you thinking of doing?
Well, as soon as I realize what's going on and I have this sense that the party's about to start, I want to move to whichever of them is closest to me, and I would like to cast a spell.
As you're reaching up, the man at the bar just places his hand gently on your hand. What are you about to do there, Orkira?
Well, I'm here to protect my friends. I'm going to protect them.
And how are you going to do that?
Well, I've got this thing that lets me protect from evil and good, and so I was going to cast that. I mean, if you're asking.
That sounds like a plan.
And I will give him a quizzical look, push past, and who do I touch first? Who's closer?
You can get to Alyndra first. Briv is in the thick of it.
All right. I am casting Protection from Evil and Good on Alyndra. Until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch is protected against certain type of creatures. Blah, blah, blah. Celestials. Protection grants several benefits. Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against that target. The target can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them if the target is already charmed, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I just kind of reach out and grab Alyndra's shoulder and go, this doesn't seem like fun, but let's try not to die today. Let's get at least there one day. Okay. It is concentration, lasts up to 10 minutes. So
The stranger walks up. He stands up and now leans up against the bar, kind of observing. He also has a sword at his side. Hey, Briv. And is Briv's sword drawn?
Oh yeah, he's ready. He's ready
Describe
to go.
your sword.
Sword is one I picked up a few adventures ago. It's fairly plain looking. Looks like it's kind of charred in places, but it's a flame tongue longsword.
The stranger draws his sword. It is entirely black, even the blade. As it does so, you can see runes suddenly glow as it's unsheathed.
Can
Do
I
you mind
read
if we-
any of the runes?
Oh, they are celestial. Do you want to trade?
I'm not certain. What does that do? Mine lights up.
So does mine.
It's just something to hit someone with. And he just throws it.
He throws his sword back and he grabs your sword at the exact same time.
Okay.
Oh, I like that sword.
Catch his sword.
On it, the hilt, you see a skull with glowing eyes, ringed with tiny flames as the symbol.
Okay. I'm going to use it to hit him with.
All right, are you
That was-
initiating combat?
No, I mean, I'm not attacking unless they attack first. But I mean, if I can ready an action, then I will certainly
You can
do
ready
that.
action right now. Everyone can ready action.
Yeah, if anyone attacks any of the people in our party except for Faceless Man, I don't really care about him yet, then I'm going to attack them if they're within melee range.
You have a sword, and as you hold it, the eyes on the skull glow, and you feel good, and you feel angry, and you feel murderous.
Okay.
Oh.
They all begin to swing, all at once.
Okay.
Everyone roll initiative.
Oh, jeez.
Rar's behind the bar drinking whiskey.
Why are you wielding a sword of ball?
Here's how it goes.
19 on initiative.
I am also
Wow.
a 19 on initiative.
Okay.
I'm an 8.
Oh, good effort, Orkira.
I tried.
All right. Who wants to go first, Briv or Alyndra?
Briv.
Okay, go ahead.
I mean, like, so how's this working? Is the ready action going to play out, and then we start initiative? Is it like surprise?
Exactly. So you can take your action right now, and then the initiative will play out.
Okay,
So,
yeah. I mean, I'm attacking whatever comes closest to me.
One
that is
immediately just swings was essentially a greatsword right at your head with almost mathematical precision.
Okay, that should be easy to block then. So then I attack. I use my reaction to attack.
Okay.
And that is only a 13.
Yeah, you have a +5 on that.
Okay. So that is like an 18 then, if I did the math right.
You strike the one closest to you.
Okay. Cut.
I want you to go ahead and roll a saving throw for it for me.
Oh, for the creature?
Yeah.
8 on the die.
Okay. You strike it. Tell me how you do this?
So ultimately, as it is coming through, it acts like it's about to attack Alyndra in this case. And with this mathematical precision, it comes up and I just simply stop it with my shield, jab up right like outside of the shield, almost where it can't see it, just up through the bottom part of its eyeless jaw.
Goes right through its jaw, and glowing light explodes out where its eye sockets were, burning through the white robes, and you feel its very essence get sucked into the sword that you are now holding.
Oh dear.
And it drops to the ground in a pile of ash.
Oh no.
Briv just starts laughing.
Oh.
Do you have any other attack action? That was your ready action.
That was a reaction, and then I assumed we were going back into initiative, but
okay. Everyone else had readied actions as well. Alyndra, go ahead.
So I was going to try and cast Haste on Briv, but it's too late for that. So I will. I think I'm going to.
I mean, you can cast haste on her.
I don't think I can make this work, but I was gonna. Let's try that. Yeah, I'm just gonna bless us all. Bless.
Okay.
Briv, Orkira, and myself, and
Okay.
Briv as well. I'll cast it up a level so that I can cast it on Griff as well. And Griff will go assist in the protection. I also want to call out, we do not want to fight you. Please stop.
Right when you say that, out of nowhere, Rarv shows up right directly behind one of these characters and like, yes, we don't want to fight you. And he just shoves his blade into the back of its neck and it smacks him with the back of its gauntlet. And Rarv just kind of flies back.
They attacked
laughing.
us first, Alyndra.
You know what? As a reaction, or as a bonus action, I guess, can I Misty Step out of there? Because I think this is stupid. I don't think we should be fighting these things.
You can. Yeah, you can bonus. You can Misty Step out of there. You can look out the window and disappear.
This is not our fight. I think they were in the wrong, and the fact that everybody suddenly swung to violence. You're blessed, but enjoy your blessing. I'm out.
Did you say any of that? Because, like,
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Briv is completely happy that she's out because his
I'll
goal
call out-
of protecting his allies is being met easier with her out of the way.
I'll call out to them and say, this is not our fight. We should negotiate this. I need to find out
If she's saying this, Briv is yelling back that they attacked, they won't stop until Penelope's dead. Briv's not going to allow that to happen.
All right, Orkira, what are you doing?
Can we stop? She'll look at one of these creatures, whatever is the closest.
No, it's already it's dead set on murdering you.
How many of them are there?
Well, there are 4 now.
Oh. Okay. She's bamfed out. I'm gonna walk over to Briv. I'm gonna touch him on the shoulder. I'm gonna say, I'm sorry I keep doing this. I know, but it's the only way that I know how. And I'm gonna use Death Ward on him. Just my 4th level. Because
and Briv
I'm
just
also
says,
trying
a
to...
little lower.
Okay. Is it better? He'll scratch a bit. So she'll cast Death Ward on him. So the first time you drop to 0 hit points, things will happen. And
I lied. I actually can't get out on this turn. I'm sorry. So I'm still there.
Okay.
Can't Misty Step out.
you yell really angrily and you think about it.
I think really hard
yeah,
about
really
it.
hard.
I am determined that next time I'm out.
All
Okay.
right.
I'll still
So you
cast
cast
Death Ward, and then I'm gonna look at the next creature near me, and I'm gonna go, this is pointless. We shouldn't be fighting. And that's what she's gonna do.
So I was a little bit confused there. Were those just the reactions for readied actions right there?
Yes. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
No, that's okay.
So we are now in proper initiative. I apologize.
No,
And
no
Briv-
worries. I'm just
Briv, you
is
are
trying
up.
to think through positioning.
Yeah, you are up.
Okay.
There is one
So-
going right after Orkira right now.
Okay. I'm going after that, attacking, and that is, I mean, is this at +5 again?
Yes.
Okay. So that's like a 24 then.
Okay, that hits.
So I don't know about damage. Is it just
I want you to roll it. I want you to roll a saving throw, a wisdom saving
Okay.
throw.
I rolled an 8 on the die again for whatever the saving throw is.
Again, tell me how you hit it.
Okay, so as it, so I've just right beside the shield for one of them up under the chin. I see that another one is like lunging toward Orkira, and I am a little further away, so I had to move just a little bit, and I kind of like swing the sword over in that direction, and I go ahead and throw it to let it go, and it just goes through its like rag-like thing around its head, but then I'm still there to just grab it loose, and I'm
So you just throw
positioning
it
it
through
from
at the back of its head, and then you,
Right.
as you doing so, you're just grabbing the sword back as you throw it.
I pull it back, and then with my second attack, I'm going to take whatever the next closest is.
Okay, so this one again, it's Orkira, you just see what is essentially a celestial like blood just spray out at you, and the blade go right between heart where its eyes should be, and glowing light again explodes and erupts out of its mouth and eyes, and it just falls to ash, and its essence pours into the blade that Briv is holding onto. And now is your next attack.
Okay, just the next closest to it.
Okay.
That's even higher. That is like 26 or something. 25. Yeah, 25.
Okay.
One
You're
high.
hit. Roll me that wisdom.
That one was higher. That was a 14 on the die.
You strike it. You do 20 points of damage. And
I'm marking this creature.
Okay. And again, what does marking do?
It just means that any other creature that it attacks within 5 feet of me will have disadvantage. It will have disadvantage on its attack.
All right. So it takes 20 points of damage. It's definitely hurt.
Okay.
But it seems, I mean, the blade goes through it. Damage has been done. It does not seem to react to that pain.
Got it.
And do you have any other attacks?
No, that's it for now.
Okay. Alyndra?
They don't have eyes, so I can't stop them with an hypnotic pattern. Yes, I believe I will. Now I will get out of there. I think this is a bad fight.
Okay, you missed your step out.
I'll leave Griff there so I can keep an eye on what's happening and come back if I need to, but this is not a good fight to have. I don't agree with this.
Okay. Orkira, what are you doing?
I'm gonna look back at the guy who's holding Briv's sword.
Yep.
The good sword.
Right.
Because I've watched Briv now stab 2 of these Celestials, and then the sword has sucked up its essence. What's that sword?
It's my sword.
And what is it doing?
Now.
Well, that's going to be a bit of a disagreement then.
What is it
Was
doing?
he saying that to Briv?
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
What
for
is
me
it
at the
doing?
dungeon
I shall
master.
arm wrestle thee.
Into a dungeon master fight right now. No, it's mine.
No, wait, it's mine. What's it doing?
Oh, well, he's murdering them and it's sucking up their essence. So yeah.
'Tis not
Briv, you have
murder. They attacked first.
Either way, Briv, you have to stop. That sword is evil. Your
'Tis but a
sword is
tool.
yes, but it's a tool that's sucking up their souls. Your sword is so much cooler. You should get that back. And she's just going to try to persuade. That's all she's going to do. She can't think of. She doesn't want to attack these creatures. There's something wrong, and so I'll put the full force of my entire turn behind trying to persuade Briv to get his other sword back.
Oh god.
If they're attacking me, I will react in warding flare in faces, though. I will say that. I will protect myself.
Okay. One of them immediately leaps towards Briv, and it's a straight up 20.
Well, nope, it's not. So the first one that is going to leap and attack, I'm going to warding flare because I've improved warding flare. So if they're 30 feet from me attacking my ally, I can do that too. So as soon as I'm trying to convince Briv and this thing comes out of nowhere and is trying to interrupt that, poof, disadvantage on that attack roll. I'm talking.
All
Stop
right.
that.
It misses. Okay.
I glare at it and like Phoenix Fire erupts in its face. It doesn't do any damage, but it stops him.
Yeah. This attack, however, hits from the other one.
I can only react once.
Briv, you take 30 points of damage.
Ooh.
Slashing.
Okay. Whose turn
That's
is it?
all their turns. We are back on you.
Okay. So I am going
Blair
to.
is nasty.
I'm going to. So ultimately, just to play out what's in Briv's mind, Briv is not going to drop this sword because, again, this sword is a tool. Briv knows that he is hopelessly outnumbered in this moment, and he has a far greater success rate of protecting his allies and himself here in this place if he uses this tool. And so he is going to attack the one that he has already damaged in front of him.
Okay.
That's good Lord, 19 on the die. So it was a 17, 18, 19. So I guess that's like a 26 or whatever.
All right, roll me that wisdom.
That's a 12 on the die. This is the one I damaged before, though.
Yeah. It is the one you damaged before. It does take a significant amount of damage. It takes another 20 points of damage.
Is it still standing?
Oh, it's hurt.
Okay, I'm attacking
It's
it
absolutely hurt,
again.
but it's still standing. Oh, okay. All right,
with,
go ahead and roll.
with my second attack. So that one is plus 5. That one's 18.
And this one is actually now turning towards Orkira, and it intends to murder her.
I'm murdering it first.
You got
an 18?
So you have a D4.
Oh, D4, nice, 18. So that's actually a 22.
Okay.
Hashtag blessed.
I trust you to roll that wisdom saving throw for me.
A wisdom saving throw. That one was a 9 on the die.
Again, how do you want this to play out?
All right, so basically I've attacked it, through the head, pulled out again through its body. It's like I'm not hitting anything vital. And so finally I just get angry. And while the blade is still inside, not hitting anything vital, I grab the other side of the blade, but carefully, this can actually work, and just rip the blade horizontally through the thing.
Through its head?
Well, I was in its body at this point.
Oh,
just
okay.
rip it.
Right through. You just slice. You just cheese grate this entire celestial entity in half. And it's,
all right.
Again, it bursts into white light, and its soul gets sucked into the sword itself. And another
so how many remain?
Flame is now lit on the sword.
How many remain?
There are 2 left.
I am going to action surge.
Okay.
Oh,
And then I'm going to move forward to the next one in line.
All right.
That's a 16 on the die, plus 3 from my bless, plus 5. It's like I don't do math that high. It's like 20 something, like 26.
I don't know if you're going to keep using this sword. You're probably going to need to learn how to do math that high.
Probably will.
Give me that wisdom. Give me that wisdom. I trust you.
Okay. That is a 2 on the die.
That one again. Tell me how you kill this one.
All right. So as I rip through the one, I just charge forward, really, just shuffle quickly, and shield is kind of hiding the attack. And as I get close to it, sword comes up through it. I've kind of figured out where the vital part is at this point. Straight up through the vital areas into the head, through the torso, and then I'm moving, I'm assuming 5 more feet or 10 more feet or however far to the last one that is standing there.
That one again erupts into white light, and you think you see what, for the first time, fear on the last one's face. Do you have another action?
I have another attack.
Okay, go ahead.
Will you, at this point in time, allow me to stop and just say something short?
Yes.
Instead of defeating it, I point the black sword that's hopefully glowing with, essence from its allies out of the blade. Thou now hast a choice. Die with thine allies, or give us information and carry a message to whomever sent thee. I'm trying to intimidate it.
It looks at you. It turns to the faceless man. You should not have interfered.
He didn't do anything. I was the one that did all this.
Black wings erupt out of its back where its cloak once was, and it winks out of existence. And you feel good.
I would. I just kicked ass.
Roar
is gonna walk up.
Roar gets to the piano and starts playing again, drinking the whiskey. That turned about. That got interesting real fast, I'd say.
Interesting is not the word I would use. And then she'll walk up to Briv and she'll say, "You should give back that sword."
You don't.
Please.
You can roll wisdom saving throw for yourself.
Who? Briv?
You. Yeah.
You're still blessed.
It's a 19 on the die.
You.
So that is an 18. Plus
You.
bless.
Wow. You love this sword, but you do know that you should probably let go of this.
Yeah, it was a 23 total. So
even the veins around the hand that are grasping it have blackened.
very well. Thou take the dark one. Give me back mine. It's better balanced.
I agree. Thank you so much. And he walks forward. He takes the sword and trades you. Thank you so much, Heroes of the Vale. I wouldn't say I owed you a debt. I do appreciate all your efforts.
Who art thou?
An interested party who was very interested in collecting a debt.
What debt?
Murder. And he flips a coin, and the coin lands on the table next to where Briv is, and he walks out of the bar.
At
It
this
seems
point,
that these
I've
divine
seen it all
beings have no
happen.
sense of what murder actually is.
and I come back into the room.
Okay, you come back into the room.
What's on
I
the
did
coin?
not hear any of the conversation. I just saw it. So
It's a soul coin. With the symbol of Vale on it. Just like on the sword.
If I immediately put my hand on it, can I release the soul?
You put your hand on it. And inside the coin is Saranthus.
no.
Briv eats it. Oh. He thought about it for a second.
I'm gonna have to make up some homebrew rules. Yeah. You
We'll
sense
just go
the
here.
soul of Saranthus inside the coin.
She'll drop it.
What?
That's
Briv will pick it
Saranthus.
up.
That's Saranthus.
You can, Briv, when you pick up, you also sense that Saranthus' soul is inside.
Why are they going on about murder when she's right here?
That's just her soul.
Isn't a soul what makes someone who they are?
Yes.
Very well. We say that she still exists in this mortal coil in soul coin form
Does
and appease these ridiculous pursuers.
Why do I think
Do I
that sword that you were
know
wielding was doing the same thing?
Doing what?
You,
Do I know
Alyndra
it-
and Alyndra, Alyndra and Orkira, you can make religion checks.
I will foresee this moment as well as a 23.
15.
Did
Everything he said, everything he had on him, that was the god of murder. That was Baal.
Oh, Briv.
What?
I'm so
I
sorry.
failed to see the downside to this. I saved all of our lives. Those beings were clearly meant to destroy us. I
you
possibly
still
saved
chose.
Penelope. Also, who cares where their souls go? They're ridiculous beings.
It's
Alyndra,
not
you
that
even
they
think
go
that
anywhere.
they
They
are.
are destroyed. Briv.
Very well, let them be. If they are going to oppress people by these ridiculous ancient tenets, then
Rick,
I care not if they are
You
destroyed.
prevented any means of discussion.
I did not prevent anything.
No, Briv,
Thou
what you-
talkest plenty, and then they attacked. I was not the aggressor. Period, Alyndra. I simply attacked in defense as they went for your own head, by the way. So we would not be having this conversation if all you wanted to do was talk.
Clearly, all I wanted to do was talk. Briv.
And clearly you would be dead now, were it not for me.
And then they would have killed an innocent.
They would have killed plenty of innocents. Penelope's innocent. You're innocent.
Why are they not avenging the death of Averin?
He's not really dead.
Well, arguably neither is Saranthus.
I don't know
Do
what
I
she is.
know if the effects of the water of the river Styx are permanent?
You don't. Typically, there might be a way to get over that. Yeah. Is there anything else you want to do? Briv has the soul coin of Saranthus in his hand.
Orkira's going to walk back to the bar and sit down at her chicken and start to eat.
Yeah, I think that's a good choice.
Alyndra,
Got real tense in here.
since thou seemest to know everything that must be done in any situation, I shall give thee the soul of Saranthus, and thou canst decide
I
what
do not
happens
want
with
the soul of Saranthus. Briv, you made the decision.
I certainly did, and I regret it not.
Then carry her soul.
Very well. Probably not the safest to be on me, but I shall do it if no one else
You are
wants
not
to.
safe in general. And you have potentially endangered two of our friends.
We were already in danger, and we were in imminent danger because everyone in this place would have died were it not for me. I fail to see what the problem is here, Alyndra.
Yeah, we're still good people.
And that is the adventure,
I
everyone.
can-
That is this episode of Heroes of the Vale. Thank you so much for watching. But there's one more scene.
Of course.
In Avernus, next to a wrecked, massive infernal war machine, in the dust and the dirt, is the body of the dead goddess Saranthus, in a pool of blood behind her body. Carrion demon-like devil creatures are picking at her corpse. You can see infernal war machines driving around in the distance, and these columns in Avernus going all the way up into some unknown sky that you can't quite make out. And then the blood starts to move. And a single tiny hand erupts out of that blood and places its hand into the dirt. You can see the scythe that Penelope and Neverember dug into the body of Alyndra still sitting there. And then another little tiny hand comes out of the pool of blood and grabs the dirt. And it pulls itself out of seemingly nowhere. And a gray bearded tiny man comes out with a red cap and steel boots and chains, grinning with glowing eyes, and steps out of the blood and reaches over and grabs the scythe out of the body of the dead goddess Saranthus and just looks into the distance. Now let's begin. And that's the adventure. Thank you everyone for playing. Thank you for my players, Lauren Urban playing Orkira, Jen Kretchmer playing Alyndra, and Adam Bradford playing Briv, and for all the death. I really appreciate that. Heroes of Vale will be back next Wednesday at 2 p.m. I believe with the entire cast and lots of moral quandaries, I'm sure. Thank you so much for watching.
Bye.